Live from the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center, this is a severe weather alert.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist Ashley Baylor, and just wanted to cut in really quickly for you here and just let you know what's going on. Obviously, we've been tracking some very heavy rain for the past hour or so across a good chunk of our viewing area, mostly across the south side and the peninsula. We just had a severe thunderstorm warning go in effect for parts of Chesapeake, mainly southeastern parts of Chesapeake, and also for the city of Virginia Beach. That warning is set to remain in effect until 4:15, and you can see it clearly here marked by that yellow box there. Now, this storm is going to be moving off to the north and east at about 30 miles per hour. So we're going to zoom in and take a little bit of a closer look at this. You can see it's right in between the center of Chesapeake and just north of Moyock. So that's where the worst of it is right now. Let's zoom in even a little bit closer. And you can see Hickory, you're picking up on some very heavy rain. So really the worst of it is right in between Hickory over towards Pungo Ferry and Munden. So that's where the worst of the storm is. And again, it's going to be moving off to the northeast at 30 miles per hour. So let's go ahead and put a track on this for you. I know a lot of people are likely at the beach today. If you are still at the ocean front, you really kind of want to be moving indoors at this point. You've probably been hearing thunder for a while, but again, this storm is pretty nasty here. It's going to be approaching Dolly Corners a little closer to 3:47. Again, the worst of the storm is going to be approaching Dolly Corners at 3:47. 3:49 closer to Pungo. It'll be near Nemo at 3:52, and then approaching Sandbridge Beach at 3:57. But it will be on the southern end of basically where most of the tourists go. So, you know, closer to First Street Jetty, places like that. So this is a storm we are primarily watching out for, but there are other pretty nasty storms out there. Notice that we are tracking some very, very heavy rain right now. Also in the Grassfield, Deep Creek, and Gilmerton sections of Chesapeake, we're also tracking some heavy rain near Mears Corner. So you can see right along 64 here, basically all the way from Kempsville to Deep Creek, right along 64 there and even 464. That's where we are tracking some very heavy rain. And the rain has been coming down so heavily that it actually reduces visibility out on the roads and also causes temporary flooding, which can cause your car to hydroplane. It can pull your tire very easily. So in situations like this, if you're at home watching this, maybe kind of wait before you go outside if you're going to be traveling in those areas, or if you know somebody out on the road, you know, best off just have them pull over basically and wait for this storm to pass, because it can get very dangerous out there, and a lot of people do tend to drive slower, and that can also cause a few problems as well. Now, we are also tracking some heavy rain. You can see near Muddy Cross, Bartlett, Sleepy Lake. That's where we do have a heavy downpour as well. From Driver towards Lake Prince Meadows, Myrtle, all the way down into Loomis, Baker's Crossing, Holland, Cleopas, South Key, Cherry Grove, all the way down towards Barrett's Crossroads and Mapleton and Murfreesboro. That's where we are still tracking some heavy rain. So let me just zoom out. We're going to put things into motion for you really quickly here. And again, most of this is moving off kind of towards an east-northeast direction. So basically, once you've even had a heavy downpour move through your area, there's likely going to be more developing right behind it. So if you have outdoor plans for the rest of this afternoon, you're probably not going to be able to squeeze them in, just because we are going to continue to deal with these on and off heavy downpours. And that's going to be the main threat here, is not only some heavy rain that could lead to localized flooding, there could potentially be winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. I'm sure a lot of you have kind of felt that outflow from those thunderstorms. I wouldn't rule out pea or nickel or even dime size hail. And obviously we're also picking up on frequent lightning here. Here's actually a picture of our entire viewing area, and about 95 lightning strikes reported just in the last 5 minutes. But again, we're more concerned with this area down here towards the Hickory section of Chesapeake and over towards Pungo Ferry down in Virginia Beach. Again, that severe thunderstorm warning will remain in effect until 4:15. And if any more watches or warnings pop up, they will pop up at the bottom of your screen. We'll keep you updated on wavy.com. If we don't have to cut in again, we'll see you on Wavy News 10 starting at 6.